Last summer, I traded that segmented cedar bowl I did a while back for some cedar logs destined for a firewood pile. They've been piled up in my shop ever since then. I actually even used a couple in my wood stove last winter. So I finally dug through the pile, and I found one with a pretty good shape, and I decided to make a natural edged bowl. I found the best place to maximize the log's size and found the center of the circle I needed to cut, and then I drew the circle just to make sure. Then I drilled a hole for a 1/4-inch dowel that I would need to use in my circle cutting jig for my bandsaw. The jig is a simple construction, just plywood with a guide for the miter slot and a stopper to ensure the center of the dowel lines up with the front edge of the blade teeth. And it's just a matter of pushing the log forward and then spinning it slowly. And here you can see I went a little bit wider with my circle on the log, just to preserve wood. Right about here is when I started to get excited about this grain. It's just gorgeous. And here I'm attaching the faceplate to the bottom of the bowl. Here you can see the lathe wobbling. It's due to the wood being out of balance and out of round. So I set my lathe to about 400 RPMs, and I use my tailstock for extra support. I did that until it was more steady. Compared to all the hardwoods I've been turning lately, turning this cedar is like cutting through butter with a hot knife. Look at this grain. I mean, it is just beautiful. Here I just need to make a small, at least partially flat area in order to find the center so I can drill a hole for reverse mounting with a worm screw. And when I tighten it up, the chuck will have something flat to rest against. And hopefully that'll keep my bowl straight. And now I flip the bowl around and reverse mount it to start shaping the bottom of the bowl. I'll add the mortise for when I reverse mount it again to work on the top side of the bowl and the inside. These screw holes that you see there, I end up filling with a mixture of dust from the bowl and wood glue. And once the bottom was done, I reverse mounted it again, just using the expansion mode with the 4-jaw chuck. Here I'm just using my hands as calipers to gauge how deep I need to go on the inside in relation to the outside, and also to make sure the wall thickness is uniform. When shaping here, I leave the bottom of the bowl flat and wide. And I did that to end up with a floating bowl look, and I'll demonstrate that with paper at the end of the video. I sanded most of this bowl by hand because of the uneven natural edge, and I sanded up to 320 grit. Man, so beautiful. I'm just using butcher block oil on this piece. It's food safe. It's not shiny. I kind of thought the glare or reflection of a finish would take away from the spectacular grain. It's so amazing. So colorful. Firewood is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Here's a shout out to all my subscribers, old and new. Thank you so much. Thanks for helping my channel grow. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I upload content frequently, so make sure you hit the notification bell. More coming soon. Semper Fi.